Hello there, dear viewer. If you have been watching my channel for the past few years, you will know that there is one Blu-ray label that has really impressed me and has shot to being one of my favourite boutique Blu-ray labels. The label I'm talking about is Radiance Films, and I bring them up today because there are currently multiple sales going on across their film catalogue. There's a big sale that has just started at Barnes & Noble in the US, both online and in store, and they are stocking a whole load of Radiance titles at 50% off. This sale is lasting until the 3rd of August, so you have plenty of time to pick up some great films and add them to your collection. And it's actually good timing because there is, of course, the imminent Criterion sale, which usually happens every July. So if you're going to be buying some great films from Criterion, you might as well have a look at some of these Radiance films while you're there. There is also a sale on Radiance's own website, so if you're not in the US, you can access that sale, and there are, of course, some of the UK only titles that are available on the website. If you're not sure where to begin, I have plenty of videos on this very channel looking at the various titles in the Radiance collection. So I'll link to some of them in the description of this video, and there may well be some Radiance themed videos coming from me during the next month. For now, I've just picked off some titles from my shelves that are all featured in this sale, just as an example of what you could pick up at a quick glance. As is typical for the Barnes & Noble sales, they include some of the very latest Radiance titles at 50% off. So you can get some brand new titles like Girl with a Suitcase, which is a phenomenal film, looks beautiful with the 4K restoration on the Blu-ray. This is a coming of age type of story about this young girl who has fallen for this guy, but she gets rejected by him. So his younger brother then has affections for her, played by Claudia Cardinale, by the way, who is just amazing. You could also try A Tale of Sorrow and Sadness. This is a Japanese film from Seijun Suzuki, who is a brilliant director. His films feature in the Radiance collection and also in the Criterion collection. This one was made after he was blacklisted in the film industry, so he came back after 10 years and made this film about this model who wants to become a pro golfer. And it's pretty out there. There's some really interesting stuff in this film, and it has great style to it, as many of the Suzuki films do. You could take a look at the German film The Cat, which is a brilliant heist film about these two robbers who are robbing this bank, but all of their actions are being guided by this man who is on the outside watching everything. He's watching the police, he's watching the bank and the robbers, and he's like a mastermind orchestrating everything. It's thrilling, it's suspenseful, and you just have to keep watching to find out what happens. I loved this film. It was a real surprise. There's also the film The Eel from Japanese director Shuhei Imamura. This is the Palme d'Or winning film, which just recently got its very first world Blu-ray premiere. This is a fantastic film about this man who murders his wife after she cheats on him, and it's about his life after this, after being in prison, and we follow him as he tries to find new purpose in life. He takes on this job, he meets these new people, but then things start to dredge up memories and urges, and it's a very complex film, as are many of them from Shuhei Imamura, a director, by the way, who also features in the Criterion collection. Or you could take a look at Luigi Comencini's Misunderstood, a story about these two young boys who live with their father in this massive house. They're a wealthy family, but the younger boy does not know that his mother has passed away. It's an incredibly touching story, very powerful filmmaking, and I loved watching this on the Radiance disc. By the way, all of these titles I've just shown you are my UK editions, but the US editions are exactly the same as far as I know. When you get a Radiance release, they come with these Obi strips inside. So these paper strips inside with all of the information and the special features, you can actually take out of the case. So you can take out the strip and have the artwork looking like this. I think all of Radiance releases also have reversible sleeves. So if you take the disc out, you can see different artwork and choose which one you prefer. Something that Radiance do differently to Criterion is their releases are limited editions, so they will release I think it's 3,000 copies of each title in this style of case. And then when they go out of print, they will reissue those in a standard edition, which has your more typical Blu-ray case, and it doesn't feature the booklets that you get inside the limited editions. One that still seems to be available on the Barnes & Noble website, I've just had a quick look, is the Cosa Nostra box set, 3 films starring Franco Nero, directed by Damiano Damiani. These are great crime films. I absolutely loved these. I've covered these on the channel before, so again, if you want to find more recommendations for what to buy in these Radiance sales, then do have a look at my videos on the channel. I don't think this one is available in the UK anymore, but you can of course get the individual titles as they've been reissued in the standard editions. So that was just a quick video to say that the Radiance sale has begun at Barnes & Noble. Do head to your local store or go to their website and pick up some of these. And if you're outside of the US, then Radiance do have a sale currently on their website as well. Check out some of my videos on Radiance if you want more recommendations, but if you have any further questions about any of these titles or anything else in their collection, then do leave them in a comment on this video and I will have a look into it for you. Click the video that's on screen right now if you want some more recommendations and reviews from me. Until next time, thanks very much for watching and I'll see you soon.